Let's get to it. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Uncle Lander, and this is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, my first playthrough of it, and also a continuation at the same time. On the last episode, we have managed to find the Kara's hidden grave. We have managed to defeat a Deadright Bird, Lamentist, and also a Tibia. We have also managed to defeat a horse rider with the weird-ass sword with a weird-ass blade that I cannot use myself. We have also managed to defeat Baal all in one episode after like a couple tries, and we've managed to keep the Egon alive throughout this entire adventure. And right now we're continuing on with the theme of fighting every single boss fight, fighting all the remaining items that we didn't found before, fighting maybe some weapons, and fighting enemies and annoyances that are coming with that with the certain boss fights. Like with the Death Bird, we had a freaking bunch of stone birds, so I was like, yeah, screw this, I'm summoning my tier for that. Anyway, my character level 282 with Scattered Tree Blessing level 16 and the Revered Spirit Ash Blessing level 8. With 60 Vigor Endurance, 30 Mind, 80 Strength and Faith, Dexterity 25, Intelligence 16, and Arcane at 10. And before I'm gonna jump into more exploration, this episode, like every other, is being recorded live during my live streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/UncleLander. Come and say hi, I'm playing a variety of video games. Also doing charity events, genre marathons, model playthroughs, occasional challenge runs, and hopefully more in the future. Alright, so we have cleared out the entire Tower's Hidden Grave. Next on the list, from what I see over here, would be Jagged Peak. But we already have we went through the Jagged Peak pretty much yesterday, and it has the absolutely awful Ancient Dragon Senna's Axe. I consider that to be the worst fight in the entire game, mostly because of the hitboxes. I think that's its biggest problem. Anyway, Abyssal Wood has Midra. We already have defeated the Midra. We got all the weapons. We even tried the Midra sword, and it's okay. It's good. The problem with the Midra sword is the R2 that basically takes too long to recover because all of a sudden my character just does this stance. Hate it. Scadu View. Falling Star Beast, Scatter Tree Avadar. We have defeated the Gaius. Commander Gaius. I also call it Gaius because I don't know if I'm gonna say it, but saying him Gaius seems kind of funny, and he's kind of like that. The boss fight is not really the greatest. Falling Star Beast definitely defeated. Tree Sentinel, there were 2 Tree Sentinels, and we killed them both. So I didn't get to the Scatter Tree Avatar yet. We didn't get to the Scatter Tree Avatar. Okay, how do I get the Scatter Tree Avatar then? Allegedly a legend boss. Yeah, I don't care about its faces. Where I can find it. Scatter Tree can be found in Scatter Tree Base. Scatter Tree Base is located east of Albenoric's Shack and northeast of Shadow Keep. Northeast of Shadow Keep. Northeast of Shadow Keep. So Shadow Keep is over here. Northeast of Shadow Keep. Because that's also Albenoric's Shack. East of Albenoric's Shack. Okay, I mean, I could go through here. And we're gonna see how we're gonna do with the current equipment. I might actually put something heavier for this boss fight. Okay, first let me get to the Albenoric's Shack, and then we're gonna go for the east. Whoa, whoa, one now. Yeah, you can calm down now. It was to the east. Besides that, I think after the Erdtree boss fight, we are not really gonna have anything else to do. I think that would be the Erdtree location, but that is not really a great way to get. But just if it just says east of, there should be a. I hate when the guys just say, "Oh, it's just east of," you know. Yeah, it's definitely east of the things. Yeah, it's definitely there, but yeah, watch your step. Just watch your step. That cliff looks intriguing. Maybe I need to follow. Just stick to the left side of the cliff. Maybe that's gonna give me something of relative interest. I like Claymore. Maybe from here. From the hinterland. Yeah, let's try from the hinterland, because obviously I cannot go like this. In worst case scenario, so we're gonna just do a YouTube search, because why the heck not? Yeah, it's supposed to be in that way. Allegedly, supposedly. Though it looks like an area that could be accessed only from, like, underneath, so... Yeah, that looks like death. Can I try to somehow get under... Oh, shit. Hello, Yogi Bear. I don't have any picnic baskets. Maybe I can get through here. Also nothing. Shoot. Because jumping would mean death, and I'm 100% sure of it. Okay. Let's try to find a way. Erdtree base. Apparently there's 50 Erdtree fragments. That's interesting. Oh, that's even more interesting. Apparently it's somewhere from here. Allegedly. It's somewhere from here. And I didn't know about it. I remember you. I'm gonna use the bonfire. Oh, lovely, this thing. Let me actually take a look at the video for a second. Is he gonna use the bonfire? Because he is like following this path over here. I want to see where he's gonna go. Oh, no, not really. I think he's going on a totally different ledge somewhere in this area because he found, like, I think it's some kind of a water release mechanism. So I need to take a look in this area a little bit better, a little bit deeper. I'm okay with that. Let there be search. Because last time we had basically fallen down over here and that's it. And the thing he found was like a ladder. Yeah, I think he went all the way over there. Yeah, but that's... What? I think I got myself stuck over here. Yeah, I think being here is not the right idea. Let's try again. Let me try again. Yeah, so if I'm gonna go over here, there's nothing there for me that I could do. So I need to... I hate when this thing is just so close. I need to get, like, I think over there, but how did he done that? I mean, this is like the only path that I know that he could use. I mean, there's no other ledges, no nothing. Did he went through the roof? Because I haven't seen him going through the roof. Hold on. Hold on, because... Yeah, he's now on the same roof that I am. Oh, he did went through the hole in the floor. Okay. controller, please. Right, so the area... Okay, so I can keep on searching over here somewhere. Yeah, that door is locked. I don't know how to open it. Definitely recognize this. Maybe this is the area I have not explored before, too. Want to execute the jump, but I guess game had a different idea. Yep, now I hit the wall. Right. Doesn't that drain the water? I think it does. Ah, the memories of a new Londo. And the absolute dreadful scaling of the Four Kings. Right, so now I can go down below. That also means that the root worm, I forgot his name. The other enemy is gonna be just now available. Kind of regret that I didn't took that screenshot when I had a chance. Oh well. It's also gonna be a problem for my eyes because the worm enemy, whatever his name is, he just moves way sporadically, way too much. I cannot focus. So I got 300,000. I have the bonfire. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend that on the crafting resources, smithing stones mainly. Damn, this armor almost shows my booty cheeks. It's a good thing that my stream and my videos are always labeled 18+. Well, maybe not for YouTube, because if you're gonna restrict your videos to 18+ on YouTube, you get no viewership. Like, it's gone. The viewership of the videos is absolutely gone. 24 of each. And that's not a joke. Like, I'd rather post the videos and just mark them as not for kids. Nice ass. I know, right? Stop it. They're making me embarrassed. This is the main game plaza. I don't remember. Well, it's not this. Tuesday. I know, right? Okay, that's the one. All right, let's go around. Let's keep on searching. Let's keep on exploring. Well, pickled turtleneck. Called it. Nice. Well, I didn't expect it to just no-hit that guy. I like this Ash of War, but it takes a little bit of time to actually... I speak for all of the chat that say... Thunder? No, you deserve that one. You deserve... the bonks. Yes, visions of crab. Yeah, he returns yet again to just destroy the leveling. I mean, this Black Flame is not bad because it also causes the frostbite on enemies, even though it doesn't say it. But it's the just the effect of the Ash of War, which is not great, which is not bad. Frostbite on enemies just allows you to deal additional physical damage, so I might actually keep it. The problem is I'm so used to the Fiery Strike, you know, the L2R2, that it deals just more consistent damage that way. I don't hate this. I really don't, but I think it could be just ever so slightly better, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna return to the Fiery Strike. I kinda also feel like changing the armor. I don't know, I just don't like this one much. It's way too kind of bulky-ish on the arms. It's just not my style. I'm gonna go for Hoslo armor. I have not worn that one in ages. Oslo. There we go. I consider Hustle armor to be like actually one of the most beautiful armors in the game, period. It looks really amazing. You should be drowned. Oh, there's so many kamikazes. Okay. Oh, the only thing that he has for him is the minions. Like, honestly, that's the only thing that he has for him, is the fact that he has minions. You are an annoying bastard. Death Mask Helm. Nice. Shadow Sunflower. Anything else in this church? I was thinking that Fire Strike was not really the greatest idea, considering that enemies are mainly gonna deal fire, and if they are dealing fire damage, they are mostly resistant to fire as well. So I think that was the smartest idea. Can I open this? Okay, let me go upstairs first before I'm gonna close this door. Battlefield Cookbook. Jesse. Dastard ahead. Yeah, are you going to jump? Yeah. I was for a second, I was like, okay, dude, are you going to do what I think you're going to do? Okay, finally, elevator have went down. And I think I'm on the right path too. Kind of feel like Great Katana right now. Say what you want, Great Katana is actually a pretty good single target. Like, when we talk single target weapons, that is a really good thing. And before this bridge is gonna fall down, because it will be a nice Dark Souls 3 reference, you know? Hello? Church of America. This is what used to be a Church of America. Iris of Grace. Oh, bonfire after bonfire. And the Marika's Rune. Yes, please and thank you. Summoning pool is now here. Another bonfire. Jesus Christ, they give a lot of bonfires into this game. Erdtree base. Okay. This looks rather odd. Cannot get on the torrent over here for some reason. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's anything in here. At least not on the borders. It's a bunch of Erdtree sunflowers. But yeah, they're not harvestable. I believe there should be something happening over here, and nothing is happening. Am I missing something? It definitely feels like I'm missing something. It's not attacking the trees. It's weirdly quiet in here. And I have no idea why. No enemy ahead. Yeah, no enemy ahead. Yeah, exactly. No enemy ahead. That's my problem. Tree ahead. First off, edge to speak time for fingers. Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, it smells like danger, but if something would have happened, it would already happen, because it's, let's not forget, it's Elden Ring. That's a big old thing over there. Oh, it's moving. Oh, I doubt that this is it. I guess we're going for round 2. Oh god. Oh yeah, we're gonna repeat that several times. Yeah, we are dead. Yeah, we're so dead. Yeah, the first, it was too easy, but I already do not really like that fight that much. Like, you kill one tree, that second tree appears. Why not just do the second stage and give people false hope? I don't get that. It also doesn't seem like the slash is a good thing to have, but fire damage on the other hand, it is. Let's give it more tries. At least now I know I can, like, prepare accordingly. There's gonna be a lot of attack dodging for this. And a lot of robustness. Yeah, we're gonna change the set. Okay, yeah. Right, we're going for full robustness with this. Because I need to, if I'm gonna get hit, I need to have basic resistance against bleed. Seems like that's gonna be a good idea. Because I'm not changing the fire, because fire seems to be doing a good enough job. I need to learn how to dodge this fight, because it's like my third attempt, I don't know a goddamn thing. Okay. So the flower is its weak spot. Uh-huh. Okay. think I'm going anywhere? Okay, that one's funny. That was a little funny, according to me. Too late. I would like to like have a time for heal. Yeah, this is good. This is definitely telegraphable. At least let me check what the stage 3. Oh my goodness gracious. How do you dodge that? Okay. Yeah, fire, focus head, and dodge the attacks. I just need to figure out the timing. But going for full robustness armor was definitely a good idea. But it's triple spawn of the same enemy. Like, I think you could stop like debating people into thinking that there's like something like this. Like, I know they didn't done that since like Dark Souls 1. Like, they didn't do it like whatsoever in their history. And they do it for the first time. But just because something didn't got used doesn't mean that it's necessarily good. Like, you could basically implement first, second, and third stage. I think that would be better. There's a reason why From Software doesn't really go for that. And I also honestly think that this is also a good thing to have. And yeah, we need to aim for the head. I did oopsie. Yeah, let's keep on trying. Yeah, that's significant. That's definitely a lot of damage that I'm dealing here. I hate you for that. All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I can do this solo. It's just gonna demand practice. trick. Okay, I wasn't ready for that. I'm not gonna be ready for that either. Yeah, I don't know how to dodge this. Like, this creates such a golden opportunity for the attack, and I could not use it. Oh, it can. Oh, so it can be timed. Cool. Oh my god. Yeah, I have no heals. I'm fucked here. Or not. I am fucked. Never mind. Good boss fight. Michaela's great rune. Yeah, it's a good boss fight mainly because I won, like, I basically won it at like my which try? 5th try? 4th try? Yeah, good boss fight because this one is actually pretty good. It's not really that horribly annoying. Like, the only thing that I have found annoying about him is that this laser beam attack that he does. Like, everything else could be probably telegraphed. Robustness is pretty much a must because if you're gonna get hit, that's a lot of bleed damage. And besides that, it seems the sunflower head is the obvious weak spot. Fire damage, pokies. For example, my heavy great katana over here have done an extremely good job. Extremely good, and it's just a beast strafe rating. This is a good boss fight. Wouldn't necessarily call it my favorite, but simply good. Definitely a very nice thing to have. Okay, let's get back to my previous armor. What was I wearing? Hoslow. Yeah, I was wearing Hoslow armor. Where is it now? Jeez, I am so blind I cannot even see. But I actually really like this boss fight because it's not confusing. It doesn't confuse my eyes. Every attack is telegraphable. You can learn it very fast. I like this. Hoslow. Ice, please, brain. We already... the boss fight is done. You can stop being yourself for a moment now. Where is it? It's a Carrion Knight. Oh my god, I actually... Yeah, I can't be like that sometimes. I think when it comes to my brain is still in the middle of a fight. This is why I cannot, like, change and just change the focus. What was it? I'm not gonna need this. What I'm going to need is Jesus. And also what I'm gonna need is... yeah, just basic physical resistance. I guess that's gonna be good. Okay, 260,000. So we got the Scatter Tree Avatar, we have the Commander. So next is gonna be what? Ancient Ruins of Rel, Divine Beast, Dancing Lion, done. Romanian Saints of Bot, done. I think we are moving for like the final stages of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Final stages of the DLC.
Every little bit helps.
Quattro Carlo with 169 bits. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. Let me update the goals. That's gonna be... and 19 bits. Thank you for the 169 bits. Appreciate it. That leaves us with like, how many? 381 to reach 500 bits. So I can basically do a little bit of a wheel spin over here. Let me show you guys. For every single time somebody is gonna give 5 gifted subs, 500 bits, or $5 in donation, I'm spinning this wheel. This wheel decides what kind of gear and what kind of armor I am going to use. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we have pretty much done everything that we could. So now I guess I need to get over here to the grand stairway. Was it the grand stairway that I need to go for? No, I don't think it was this. I think it was this. Oh boy, we are getting to the end of this DLC, man. I'm not sure if I'm not. That's maybe it is the Church of Rao. We're getting to the end of this DLC, man. Or at least I believe we do. Then again, who knows? Maybe there's like entire underground section underneath this map, which would not surprise me whatsoever if it was. Examine. Burn the ceiling tree? Yes. Burn it to the ground. Nice. That should also remove the roots from the castle where we found the other roots.
What a shame.
Is it though? Uh-oh. Teleportation. Hello. Summoning pool is now functional. Okay, let's see where this is gonna take me. Somber Smithing Stone 9. Can I upgrade my Scatter Tree level by any chance? I need 3. I think I'm missing 2 pieces to be able to upgrade, but I'm not 100% convinced. Is the Night Leda still in her position? No. Seems like everybody have moved. Besides Lothier, but I don't know what to do with him. And because it's a quest, don't tell me. Inner limb. Oh, these guys. Well, I'm gone. I'm not losing those 260,000. No, thank you, sir. I'm gonna spend them on crafting materials. I don't even know which weapon I really want to upgrade. There's not really any other weapons that I want to do. I already have, like, upgrade all the... Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, hold on, guys, for a second. I'm gonna check what it was. I forgot to mute the microphone. Nothing went wrong. It's all good. Just overpressured bottle of sody pop. Can happen for every once in a while. Okay, got rid of that. Sorry about that little interruption. I'm gonna be fully honest, I don't like these enemies at all. 7,000 combos, basically no stands breaking, no nothing. Ugh. Like, I understand I'm gonna have to, like, dodge him at this point, but ugh, just don't want to. I don't like these guys at all. And then awful hitboxes too. Yeah, I just will dodge that guy altogether. I cannot stand these guys. Yes, 7,000 combos, 7,000 attacks. Yes, we get it. We get it. You can do that. You have unlimited stamina. You want to win the reward for probably one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Congratulations, you did that. Here's your reward of nobody giving a fuck. Get wrecked. Divine Bird Warrior Gauntlets. Well, I'm not gonna necessarily need that. Okay, hold on, I need to fix my glasses. Fix their positioning because discomfort on the left ear. Okay, let's go. Well, Uncle Lander, you have defeated an enemy. Time for a reward. A free bonfire. What is with that bonfire spam all of a sudden? Dusted I have time for healing? Well, we'll see about that one. So what's gonna happen if I'm gonna go this way? Summoning pool. I didn't really summon players for this. Okay, big open area. Oh boy, he's thick. No way that he knows. No way that he targets me all the way from over there. No freaking way that he does. Okay, he just restarted his position. Oh, he's basically running around. That is his regular patrol phase. Rather, well, unheard of. Mesmerifier Grease. So many paths, so many choices. What if I'm gonna go through here first? Well, there's nothing through here. Unless... the rooftops. Visions of jumping. That's like a continuation. What about this elevator? I want to basically figure out the path that is gonna be most comfortable for me to check out first. Okay, that leads me downstairs. Belred Tower Settlement. Wait, isn't this... Yeah, that's basically the door that was locked with the roots before. I wouldn't really count it as a shortcut, though. Kind of a neat way to connect two locations together, but not really useful. Like, it's neat from the storytelling perspective, and it makes sense, but for me, it's just... why? No, not through here. Jesus. Random frame drops. I love this about this DLC. That there are areas that are running like smooth 60, 75, no problem, any time of the day. And then there are certain areas that are just busted to run even at 30 at points. It's just... oh god. Yeah, get stabbed. Think you're going anywhere? Oh lord, he's thick. That would be a good... or not. That would be a good XP farm if there were more enemies at the same time. Fly people. Yay. I love fly people so much. Can you guys hear the satisfaction coming out of my face? And we are pretty much dead. Oh, you decide to do a stupid thing and not turn the grab attacks all the time. Okay, cool. Now I decide to do a stupid thing and not look behind. Revert Spirit Ash. Yeah, as if. As if those were useful in any way, shape, or form. Because in my opinion, they are not really useful. They're not really good. Torrent still gets absolutely knocked down, or he gets scared after one shot. So it's like, what's the point? Because for me, there's like not really a good point. Like the regular scatter tree upgrades are neat. They're pretty good. They're definitely helping for the DLC. And I can understand why they are not being utilized for the regular game. Because then the player would be just become way too powerful against like Radagon or Godfrey or Millennia. Millennia would basically become a just learn to dodge one attack type of boss fight, because rest you can basically tank on your own. So I can definitely understand why. A rune arc. Okay, not sure if I'm ever gonna need it. I don't really use rune arcs. I just don't find the appeal. And, you know, depending on how many times you're gonna die, you're just gonna lose that buff and just, I don't know. It's not for me. But I can understand its usefulness. Uh-huh. Oh, hell no. Spira. Oh, I didn't check what the remembrance gives me from that sunflower. I need to do it on the nearest occasion. Which might happen soon, considering that this guy might actually just straight up murder me. And he immediately knows where I am. Oh, you son of a biscuit. I cannot move. 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 I wish, okay, if there's a one thing that the Streamlabs chat show on the stream needs to do, is the messages that are getting banned do not show on the stream. Like, they don't show in the chat, but I want them to not show up on the stream neither. Because now they are permanently part of the VOD, even though they are getting deleted. I love getting stuck in one place and just not being able to like perform any movements or do anything at all, because you know that's freaking fun. And I have to do this all over again, and that's not the way. That's a totally new enemy, but they gave basically the same annoying guy even more attacks. That is not fun. I don't like this guy at all. I consider this guy to be like absolutely annoying and just not fun to deal with. I got lucky on this one. Yeah, stop shooting at me. Okay, let's move on. At this point, I'm starting to think that me buffing myself like this was just absolutely unnecessary. But then again, maybe it was. Yeah, we get it. You have a lot of FP. Ah, son of a... That's like a third guy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna disable the visible chat on the VOD. Oh, you are being a prick. Teehee, I'm gonna attack from above. I think I'm gonna have to disable the visible chat for unconceivable amount of time. Ooh, Erdtree fragment. Neat. I wonder if I can upgrade my Erdtree level. I doubt it. I really doubt it, but then again, who knows? Carved in words coalescence. I abandon here all my fears. Oh, yes, I can. But not this Erdtree blessing. Oh my god. They really should put the Erdtree fragments in this place instead of the revered ash. Prank him, John. Seems there must be a different way to get upstairs. Left or right? What's on the right? Just a bunch of corpses. Okay, cool. I hate sand. And I hate those birds. And that's not the only one. Something I should change one of these for the jumping attack. I tend to use them quite often. I bet it's not really gonna pay off well, but you live, you learn. Where the hell you think you're going? Come on, dude. Stop being freaking silly with a revert spirit ashes, seriously. That's my only, like, because I believe that besides optimization, all the areas have, like, logical placement of, like, loot, but the revert spirit ashes? Why? Okay, scatter tree fragment. I'll take that. Oh my goodness gracious. Heal, heal, heal. Great enemy. I love fighting enemies like this. I love enemies with never-ending combos and AoE attacks that you cannot escape at all. Those are my favorite enemies. I mean, God bless, they don't really have a lot of HP, but Jesus Christ. I always gonna keep that criticism that basically less is more. Less is more in certain cases. Less objects means more fluid gameplay. Oh, now I'm definitely gonna get bombarded. Less combos means people have an actual chance to attack an NPC or do something, you know? Large enemies with unbreakable poises or stances also not really the greatest idea on the planet. Hold on, I'm gonna buff for this. A correct enemy placement, also pretty important. I hate this enemy. I hate him so much. Like, you have to kill him as he does the fucking cast, and I'm just not fast enough. Even with all the buffs that I'm using. I hate this fucking guy. How about more frostbite? Hey, from software, this enemy is too weak. Let's give him 7,000. No, maybe not 7,000. Actually, fuck it. Let's give him 10,000 more HP. And knowing live, this guy responds all the freaking time. Yep, good luck now. Get fucked. Give me back my 120,000. Stupid asshole. Sunworm Stone. It's probably like a healing stone of some sorts. Do I want to get down there? I have a suspicion that I know what room this is. Okay, where's this taking me? Is this like some form of a shortcut? I don't really think so. No, it's worse. It's kinda worse. Hey. I'm not sure when I'm gonna use all the Somber Dragon Stones that I have found. Yeah, I think I was like slowly bled to death from the knives that are being embedded into my body. It doesn't even show you as a status that you're getting like damage or anything. Gravebird Helm. Visions of restarting. And let me guess, it's gonna spawn back the same freaking guy. Because there's no rest for the wicked. I mean, I don't really have any other choice than to go down here. Yeah. At least now I can get rid of the birds. Fuck you, bird. I hate these guys. They're like third most annoying enemy in this game. Like, honestly, they really, really are, because it's clearly that you can hit them, but the game, if the game's gonna decide to be like, you ain't gonna hit him, then you ain't gonna hit him. I swear to God, if that wind guy, if that ice guy is gonna spawn back, I hope he won't. I really hope he won't. Because I'm tired of fighting these specific enemies. I really am. I mean, technically, the game needs to add another one with... Game needs to also add another guy like this with fire, because we already have ice, we already had lightning, so we need to get a fire guy too, because... being difficult... No, actually, it's for the name of variety, which variety is not bad. I'm never gonna complain about variety. The only thing I'm gonna complain is about the amount of combos that they have, and amount of range, and ridiculously bad hitboxes. Please don't spawn the ice guy. Please do not spawn the ice guy. Please spawn the ice guy. Yeah, I'm running away. I don't care. I don't care. This is not a good enemy to fight on a constant basis. So I'm just not going to. Just be patient, Uncle. Just be patient. Because he already knows. I'm summoning the tear. I am not sorry. I am summoning the tear. I hate these guys. They are horrible. They are bad enemies. Let's add unlimited amount of fucking range with unlimited enemies that already have unlimited fucking combos that never drain the stamina. Yes, please. I love enemies like this. Everybody loves enemies like this because that is fun. Fuck's sake. Why is that wrong? That's a wrong potion. I'm summoning Tyr for this, I don't care. Assuming that the game does not allow me to summon a Tyr, then I'm just gonna run past him. So I just can't get, I just can't be fucked. To fight that thing. I hate these enemies. I consider them to be really... like the worst of the worst. Allow me to use the grace game? Oh my god. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game. Honestly, fuck you, game. I was there. I was clicking on the grace and you were like... You wish you could. Fucking shit. Let's also add like 5-kilometer range of visibility from them through the walls. Nice, great, fantastic. Yes, more frame drops. Yes, that definitely could hit me. Last time it didn't. Yeah, just waste more of my potions, sure, whatever. Put 7 enemies like this next time. Because that's totally not annoying at all. Yeah, this year, Mimic. What is this bullshit? Through the fucking statue. I intentionally went behind that statue so I can hide so I don't take the damage. Oh my god, this is like so bad. This enemy is so freaking bad. Let's add another range attack. This time, the attack is gonna reach me even before I'm gonna be able to go through the fucking door. How about that? Let's do this. Let's do attack like this because those are fun. You know. Next time, the moment I'm gonna get into the bonfire, how about the enemies already gonna see me through that bonfire? I'm just gonna get killed just by using bonfire. Fuck's sake, man. Oh my god, stop bitching and get good. Yeah, at this point you both are gonna deserve it. I believe that when I have a criticism of the enemies that is deserved, it is deserved. Oh, it's a homing whirlwind. Nice. Mimic, do your thing. I don't give a shit. Mimic, you have a big sword. You have a big ass sword. Use that big ass sword that you have. What is that? Horn of War Greatsword. Okay, that sounds like something that I might want as a weapon, but yeah, because I'm usually using Cookries for myself. I totally forgot that the mimics use all the items that you have in your equipment bar. Let me check that weapon. D and D. Strength and faith weapon? There might be something out of it. Another scatter tree fragment, but I will need to get like 2 or 3 more to level up my scatter tree level. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, I will need to find 2 more to be able to level up my scatter tree level. Is there? Yeah, there's a summoning pool. Okie dokie. Leda?
I thought I'd see you here. It's been quite some time.
Indeed.
It was never kindly Nicola, was it? The Erdtree was leading you all along, so that you might ascend to lordship. Why come to these lands to begin with? I suppose it must be what His Eminence, or perhaps the Erdtree desired all along. The clashing of the favored lords. Such that one would prevail. So be it. If you insist upon facing Nicola the Kind, then I will run you through whoever you might be. Don't tarry now.
Be summoned to change Needle Knight Leda and her allies. Touch the summon sign. Hey, it's Einsbach! Do I have no other choice than to go for her? Hey, cheese. Challenge her and her allies. I cannot use anything over here. I wonder where an Ansbach is gonna show up.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies will never allow this. I am
Freya?
Freya. The time has come.
Let's go.
I could not hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
Okay, she's strong.
And you are not worthy.
Yeah, I thought I'm... Okay, I'm kinda... I'm okay with fighting her, right? I'm absolutely okay with fighting her because I always thought that she deserves a combat. Like, I thought that she's that kind of character. But how many of these guys I'm gonna have to fight? Because I thought I have kind of like completed her quest because she got the letter and everything.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder, Dryleaf Dane.
Like allies, define allies. How many of you?
Allow this. I am the Red Maiden Freya. The time has come. I cannot hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
Ah, yeah, she went for the jump attack, understandably so. Horn scent. It's 2v1, that's not... Oh, they can heal too. This we broke her stance. Pure Blood Knight ends back? Oh, support.
I stand laid aloft, blood of fire, for the dignity
What the
of
fuck
my
is that
lord and
attack?
master.
Holy shit, that is strong.
It's just as the woman said it would be.
Look at the fucking tracking, dude.
Lord of the Erdtree, Lord of Marika, you two deserve to face the reckoning.
I never could have imagined it. That you might be the Erdtree's rightful lord. Such as it is, this battle could not be more fitting. For the birth of a new god and the coming of a lord. You
One
will
down.
find in your heart truly a glorious it was.
Righteous tarnished. It appears that our interests have aligned. A balm upon
Eat a
my
dick,
soul
Horn
is
Scent.
that we do not meet today as enemies. Now,
Whoa. More?
my blade.
I don't remember being not friendly towards you.
Fighting. Tragedy this is.
Oh, immediately Scarlet Rot. Okay, dude. I'm gonna be dead. I don't have not enough enemies, game. Jesus Christ! So many enemies!
Lady Leda, your suspicions were dead on.
So many freaking enemies, dude. Yeah, that's like a little bit too much. That's a gank. That's a PvP gank. Yeah, naturally. Let's try a couple times alone before I'm gonna summon the tier, because there's a lot of them. And this guy just threw a oh my god, I did not hold on. Equipment. Yeah, rod build up. Also could go for
Dryleaf Dane and our allies will never allow this. I am Red Freya.
I wasted too much time.
I could not hope for a worthier foe.
Yeah, I
This is
wasted
our
too much
moment.
time.
Let's make it
Target.
something to remember.
Yeah, that attack is so fucking deadly.
America.
That attack is so hellishly deadly.
The pure blood knights. I stand with blade aloft, blood afire.
Damn. That is so fucking deadly. Like 1900 HP, like it's nobody's business. And the other guy that just threw a pot at me that it was the instant fucking rot.
Don't you dare.
Jesus.
Needle Knight Letter. Dryly
Yeah, that's the only
and
summon
our
I have.
allies will never allow this. I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come.
Yeah, I want to bait her.
I could not hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
I should use that opportunity. And I didn't, and that's gonna kill me. Look at the fucking tracking on those spells.
I stand with blade aloft, blood of fire, for the dignity of my lord and master Mo. Righteous time. It appears that our interests have aligned. A balm upon my soul it is that we do not meet today.
I'm losing too much health.
My blade. Watch closely. 'Tis just as the woman said it would be. Lord of the Erdtree.
Yeah, yeah, that's a reset. There's no way I'm gonna do this. Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for tier immediately. Because it's summon after summon after summon. That's a...
The mere sight of your blade sets
There
my
is no
heart
way I
afire.
can do it on my own, especially with the horn scent being over there. I need to go for double summon. There's no way. They're just getting summoned way too fast. It's way too fast.
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight Letter.
They
Dryly
do.
Dane and our allies will never allow this.
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come. I could not hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. You were fine. In your blood, truly a glorious battle. It was.
Oh my god, stop being a bitch.
Blood of fire, for the dignity of my lord and master Mo. Righteous tarnished. It appears that our interests have aligned. A balm upon
Yeah, I don't know where the
my
Moor
soul
is.
that we do not meet today as enemies. My blade. Watch closely.
I'm sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot when you stood before the withered arm.
He still threw that pot at me, bro. Where's Einsbach? What's going on? Where's everybody?
How readily the
Yeah, Moore needs to go first.
I can't fathom your conviction. After knowing how you what remains left.
Suspicions were dead. In the end, I could not bear the disgrace of Lord Milk and our pact of blood.
Oh, the absolute piss stain. This is not fair. I don't like this at all. It's like an absolute gang of enemies that are way, way stronger than you. I don't like this fight at all. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on trying, but I don't like this fight at all. Not even a little bit. It is just, if this is like some form of a boss fight, it's probably one of the worst ways to do a boss fight ever. It's a very good way to basically tire out the player and annoy a player to live in bits, especially with him throwing the Scarlet Rat pots. I only have 4 bubbles left.
Don't you
That's
dare
all I
approach
have.
Nicola the Kind. Needle Knight Leather, Dryly Singh, and our allies.
Not even kidding. That's
will
all
never
I have.
allow
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come. I could not hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember. You were fine. You were truly a glorious battle. It was.
Nicola, please.
What is the range of that shit, dude? Like, seriously.
I stand with blade aloft, blood of fire, for the dignity of my lord and master, Mold. Stand forever.
Can you, like, stop?
I'm sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot. You stood before the Lord Arm.
Lady Reda, your suspicions were dead on. In the end, I could not bear the memory.
A break, please? Stop rushing! Well, there goes my mimic.
I can't fathom your convictions. After knowing kindly Nicola, what remains left to your Lord of Blood?
Yeah, get ganked.
Kindly Nicola.
Jesus Christ. Like, it can be great. This battle can feel great, but Jesus freaking Christ, man. That rot pots that the Moore is throwing, I honestly, I feel freaking sad for all of this, because I really wanted to keep all of these guys alive. Like, Moore did not deserve to die at all. But at least we got his armor. I don't think the Moore deserved to die. Like, he had his little forager friends, and he was like all good, all great. Freya's greatsword, the entire Freya armor too. I'm happy that I managed to beat it, but frankly... Soil? Ugh. Excuse me, that deserves a reaction. Even a more appropriate reaction.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
I wonder where's Leda. Because I would love to get Leda's armor. Leda's armor is like the Oathseeker armor, only with a cape. I think I like it more with a cape. I don't think I can transform it. Oh. There she is. Leda's armor. Neat. At this part, Jesus, it's so stressful. Like, yeah, doing this solo would require heavenly patience, especially with the Dane just constantly rushing you. And with Trot just constantly throwing the pots. With Scarra the Rot nonetheless. Goodness gracious me. No, not through here. Why I'm going backwards? I'm happy that Einsbach was on our side all along. That he didn't turn. Though I would like to get his armor too. It's like nice, dark, elegant with a little bit of a cape and a little insignia on the side. It looks really nice. But I'm really I don't know what the deal is with this guy. He's like absolute whatever. But Redmane, I think Redmane have kind of wanted to fight, to have a fight like this. So I can understand fighting with her. I feel very bad for Mord though. I did not want him to die. And Leda have went from ally to freaking psycho, really freaking quest. But yeah, with good wins, because this feels like a culmination. This feels like the final moments of the DLC. With the good wins, we might actually beat this today. It depends on what the final boss fight actually plans for us, what it brings to the table. I honestly do not know. I don't know how I can prepare myself. But I'm excited. I'm excited to finally finish this. Huh? Hey! Hello, Einsbach. Hell yeah, I'm gonna summon you. You are a bro. You are a dude. You are the man. Einsbach is best, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fully expecting to get my ass kicked. I'm fully expecting that.
My loyal blade.
Is that
and
Mikola?
champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
Hmm? That's Radon's armor. That's Radon. What? That's a lot of HP.
But those remains belong to you. Lord Mo will have his dignity.
Okay, we'll go stage 2. Oh, he pissed. Oh, he pissed too. It's like the 3rd time I defeat him. 2nd.
Lord brother,
Unless you count stages, then it would be the 3rd.
at long last you are returned.
Yeah, Miyazaki made this, obviously. It's, we know that Miyazaki did this now.
Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us.
Well, at least Mo beat the allegations now.
Nicola, and my promised consort, Radahn.
We got the follow-ups. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, no, 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 no. What is the frames? Uh-oh. Well, Ansbach is dead. Damn. Damn, dude. He basically got double grabbed. Like, I don't know what this double grab does. Like, he has even, like, a mark above his head. Like, does it, like, kill him, like, over time? Does it need to be, like, double grab? Like... Wow. Okay, this is gonna be intense. Also, again, optimization. Like, what the fuck is that attack that lowers my FPS to 22? 22 FPS! This is so stupid. Less is more. More optimization. Less visual orgasms, because that's not fucking needed. That is absolutely unnecessary. Like, I'm probably gonna have to, like, lower the detail on my game and restart the game just so we can have, like, some kind of visibility, because this was ridiculous. 22 frames. Only RX 6800 XT. Even regular Elden Ring has, like, very similar situations, but it still can upkeep the 60 FPS at all times. Jesus, the optimization is just horrible for this DLC.
have his dignity.
What? That was some... One of his attacks like had very questionable hitboxes, like how far I was and where he executed the attack, and it still hit me. I hope that this boss fight is just not gonna keep on throwing bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit, because I don't have patience for that. Nor patience, nor time, honestly. If I could be quite fair, I just want to finish this DLC as fast as I possibly can. Would like to do this tomorrow, today. Actually, yeah, today. So I can just say a couple words about what I think about it, and then just create the thumbnails and go for... Oh, good. Okay.
A pleasure to see you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what is that weird hitbox?
Lord Mo will have his dignity.
Oh, okay. So he can just do Artorias. On 2 hits? Jesus. It seems like he is susceptible to the bleeding. Maybe I should go for the Black Flame. And definitely a stronger armor than this. But if I'm gonna go for the Black Flame, then I cannot go for the fire damage. That's a defense. Let's see what I can figure out, because I can definitely figure out something good. He's very aggressive, so definitely physical damage. Not sure about using the skills against him. He's moving way too fast. I think using singular attacks would be a better decision. Singular regular attacks, so I can have still like variety of movement. The second stage has a holy damage. Maybe that's what I should do. Go for holy damage negation. Let's figure out which armor would actually give it to me. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy 13.8, 13.5, 14.5. Yeah, might need to go for the Crucible. Yeah, Crucible armor. Seems to have the highest resistance when it comes to holy damage, which is got 69. Nice. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Okay, so we already have something for negation of the holy damage as well. That's all the defense. We're gonna have to change this. Which other one would be good? I don't really feel like increasing maximum health it's gonna bring any sort of benefits. Reduces damage taken from critical hits. That's damage. Was there like an amulet that I could use that boosts every kind of resistance? Oh, that's immunity robustness focus, so that's not really gonna work out. But I could definitely use the Perlicate to increase the resistances against the other stuff even more. Okay. I'm also thinking about changing the weapon. I mean, this one is good for single attacks, though. Wonders physique. We're gonna change the physique. Definitely gonna go for boosting strength for additional damage. Boost all damage negation. Yeah, that seems like a good choice. And we're gonna change you into... I mean, we could go for this, because with this I can still apply weapon buffs. Which, speaking of... I'm not gonna need this. I might need the Erdtree heal to heal, what's his name, Einsbach, because I want to keep him as long as possible. But then again, if he's gonna get grabbed all the time, then using additional heals is not gonna help. I want to use the Blood Flame, so I can apply even more slash damage to, bleed procs, on top of the bleeding that I already have with the Great Katana. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh no, I'm gonna buff him too. Let's give it a whirl. I should dodge that.
A pleasure to see you. This time. But those remains do not belong to you.
I don't see anything. What's going on? I have no stamina to dodge. I'm being way too hardy. I'm being way too risky. I'm don't think. I'm panic rolling way too much. What is that hitbox? Yeah, excuse me, but broken hitbox much? Like, genuinely, some of those attacks should not even hit me. Some of those attacks should not even remotely hit me. The hitboxes, I think the hitboxes on him are just not the greatest. Oh, it's gonna be Selenys like fuck sex dragon and over again, isn't it? I hope not. I hope not. I hope not, because I cannot stand that dragon fight. Okay, no panicking, because I'm panic run. That's not a way.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
How do you dodge that? What is that hitbox, bro? I'm so far away! Yeah, I already don't enjoy this. Yeah, I'm gonna let's forget about the Blood Flame buff. Let's forget about that one. I really don't like this boss fight because of the hitboxes. They are ridiculous. Like where I am, where he swings the sword, and when I get hit. It's not good. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to, like, maybe learn dodging the attacks, but certain attacks just have absolutely broken hitboxes on the stage 1. And before somebody's gonna tell you, skill issue. Because I forgot, according to Elden Ring Dark Souls community, unless I'm gonna beat this game on a freaking electric piano connected to a dying cancer patient with no hands, no legs, no eyes, no ears, no lips, no tongue, no teeth, and no organs, the run is not freaking valid at all. That's a double jump.
A pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Nah. Wow. Yeah, this is already a failed attempt. I can't even get through stage 1. Yeah, I'm not saying anything right now about the... My god. Bye-bye frames. 22 frames? Yep, 22 frames. Is that why he's hard? Because of the broken hitbox? No, I don't... broken hitbox, I don't consider that to be a part of difficulty. It is something that has been omitted during development, or it's a bug that basically happened to be in the game, and something that might never get fixed because Dark Souls games. It might never get fixed, actually. The difficulty of this boss fight right now for me is basically like learning all the attacks, like figure out where I can actually dodge with most of his stuff when he finishes his combos, when he has the opening. Like, it's not a difficulty of the boss fight doesn't come from that. Like, at this point, I cannot really say what is wrong about him, because probably majority of the issues, majority of the mistakes, majority of the things that I'm doing wrong is me who's doing it wrong, not anything else. Like, I'm barely just started encountering that boss fight, but I already have noticed that it has an issue with certain attacks that are hitting you regardless of how far you really are. So, yeah. Bye-bye, frames. Jesus. Like I say, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna lower the lightning effects, because that is not normal. That can burn graphic cards, that can ruin PCs, and the fact that they didn't decided. I even don't have ray tracing, because ray tracing is an awful gimmick and should never be used. Yeah, let's just set it up to low. And FX quality also too low. Volumetric quality, reflection. Let's just set it up all too low, because this is not good. That it is basically not good. It's like drains frames so badly. I'm gonna see if that's gonna help during the second stage. If that's not gonna help during the second stage, I am summoning a player, or I'm summoning the second tier, because I'm not burning my PC over a video game. Simple. One thing worth to mention. One thing worth to mention, I'm using a slash weapon. Maybe I should change the weapon. Something that can go through armors. Let's try something different, basically. Because this is like slash pierce, sure, but I need something... Basically something else. Yes. That's standard pierce. I don't really want to go for the claymore. How about I'm gonna pick up the classic? Where's my great sword? I'm gonna try with the great sword because I could also try with the spear. That could go through armor. Great sword, great sword, great sword. So halberds, yeah, so it's higher. Like stage 1, I can fight stage 1, no problem. Yeah, there we go. Just need to set it up for a specific damage. We're gonna see if it's gonna bring any difference. Yeah, I'm not changing the defenses. This boss fight needs all the defenses I can grab.
General Radon, pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moe will have
them. There is a difference. Okay, I want him to execute that. There goes the attack. How many frames? No, this is just poor optimization. We are summoning a player.
I promise you.
Uh-oh.
A
Okay.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
I don't care. I already have TDs and beer. Yeah, we are summoning a player. This is not worth the frames. No, absolutely not worth the PC. This is disgusting. I'm gonna be fairly honest. This is disgusting. You cannot purely enjoy the boss fight in its pure form, even if you lower the details to conserve the resources so you don't burn your GPU, and it still lowers you down to 22 FPS. This is not enjoyable. Horrible, once again, horrible optimization. Absolutely dreadful. Let me guess. How do I do this? How do I summon players? Oh god, I totally forgot how to summon players. Lower I mean, I can lower shaders. Like, I'm gonna bring this entire game detail-wise to like the lowest settings possible, besides the resolution. Anti-aliasing, I'm gonna keep that. Depth of field is off. Water surface quality, shader quality, global luminosity at medium because that's the minimal I can do. I'm gonna have to restart the game. Yeah, just quit the game. But I'm sorry, but whoever was responsible for the optimization of this DLC did not follow through. They definitely did not follow through. When it comes to this DLC, is just horribly optimized. When the attack drains you to 22 FPS, it's not fun. Do I need to use the grace to summon other people? It's usually me who gets summoned, so I don't really know. For listening, no, I know that I can use the fingers to like see the peoples on the ground. I meant from this. It's multiplayer. No. How do I use this effigy? No, I'm asking seriously because I never really did that. Maybe I need to use the finger because I have the finger. Pull it if you dare. No, not item crafting. Maybe I need to use this. Okay, I'm still not allowed. That is Memory of Grace, so no. Interesting. I wonder why I cannot use those things. The statues. It's remembrances. I thought that I can just maybe this use. Yeah, maybe it's the signs that are around the thing. Bloody boy. Only gonna summon him because I want to finish the quest for Einsbach. Oh, naturally we need to remember about the etiquette. Hold on, let the guy arrive. Oh, Jesus. Stop fucking around.
General Radar. A pleasure. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moe will have his dignity.
I need more stamina regeneration. what hit me? What hits me? This close, this close. But yeah, I'm not doing this boss fight legitimately. I don't care what other people will say. This boss fight basically is broken when it comes to its optimization. It's horrible. Like, I have constant drops of frames on an equipment that should run this game like it's nobody's business. So what do we have now? Difficulty of a boss fight based on the equipment that you have, even with the lower like resolutions and everything. I'm sorry, but that's just stupid. So I'm gonna summon this guy. He's reliable.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, I like the nickname. I like the nickname. Oh my god. Rest in frame rate. at least might be a little useful. Oh, okay, I got the hug.
Promise you a 1,000-year voyage guided
It's okay.
by compassion.
Final hit.
Hey! Hey!
Yep, good job, boys. Face dumb bitch and bloody boy. Let's go together. Ah, the one thing. Oh shit. Oh yeah, because I didn't care because of frames. Right, I didn't help the Einsbach. Oh well. But yeah, I basically decided to go for the players. Like, I can't have regrets if during specific moments of this fight I only have like 30 FPS. Not even 30, 20 FPS. That is just a horribly bad optimization. And it's shocking. It's shockingly bad that you can get such a bad frame rate in this game. What's this? How is this that this screen goes white and I don't get like lower FPS?
Lord brother. I'm going to be a god.
Eh.
If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort.
Well, we have the evidence, and a Moog beat the allegations. Video evidence right there on the spot.
Make the world a gentler place.
Well, it kind of sucks because I'm not gonna be able to get the armor of Einsbach because I like the design, but honestly, I can survive without without an armor. I can survive without an armor. Unless Einsbach is just gonna be lying dead somewhere. And this boss fight is also fucking odd. Like the amount of runes that we got. We only got 375,000. Certain boss fights in this DLC bring you way more than that. Like all the like faulty bad hitboxes aside, like legitimately on the first stage there are some hitboxes that are just wrong. I can't fully enjoy this fight. I just can't. It is impossible when my PC just barely gives like 22 frames on certain moments. That is my opinion. I mean, quite fairly, I cannot have any opinion about the Consort Radahn. Which, sure, it was even told in the story that Consort Radahn's body, what's left of it, got taken, Mo got taken, and Radahn got resurrected with the help of both. So, okay, I guess. That's a kind of a weird twist. I was kind of hoping that we're gonna just see Miquella on his own, fighting, being eternally young, and doing some other things. Like, I'm gonna be quite fair and honest. I don't really know what to think about the ending. It's kind of disappointing. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe Einsbach is gonna be somewhere over here. Like lying dead in the ground or being somewhere over here, just standing, pondering, or... I hope he didn't disappear forever. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere. I'm probably gonna have to Google his fate to figure out where he is. Like, where he is if you don't summon him. Because he's nowhere to be seen. Oh, no, wait. He's at the Gate of Divinity now. Oh. Well, shit. Armor. And his scythe. And his Ash of War. Or is it incantation? Either way, good. Got his gear. Rip Einsbach, you're a real bro, but the boss fight is not worth it. Okay, let me get to like some better place with like some kind of music, so I can like say a couple words about this DLC. And there is a couple words about this DLC, not all of them positive, sadly, which is regrettable. Okay, so I don't know what really to say. I think the worst things about let's try to criticize the worst things about this DLC. Enemies that the only thing that they do is they grab you and you basically have like no time to recover. Fly people. The other weak spot of this DLC, when it comes to enemies that have pretty much unlimited combos or just unlimited stamina and then just spamming constantly the same attacks until you get freaking stunned, or basically they have like ridiculous AoE attacks that you cannot avoid even if you try your damnedest. Boss fights, they are starting to using summons, like for example the Dancer starting to using the Basilisk, because you know Dancer alone is not horrible. This kind of horrible for me personally to fight, or when you have other gimmick fights. What this was, I think Matter also summoned the hands, but they were kind of relatively easy to avoid, so I don't think I should count it. The optimization of this DLC is dog shit. It's dog shit. Like, you can have definitely several situations when you look at something and you only get 30 FPS, but you look slightly up and you have a easy 60, no problem. Just because you look slightly in a different direction, you get a different frame rate. The areas are beautiful, but like I said, they are oversaturated. Less is basically a lesson from that when it comes to optimization, is less is more. Not sure if I can say anything. Yeah, I think I could definitely say something about the faults of the game once I'm gonna get my eyes on the boss fights, which I can. I have a full list over here on the side. I did not want to minimize the game, but okay. Okay, OBS. I have a full list of the boss fights right here, so we can even talk about that. Like, before I'm gonna talk about boss fights, because from the boss fights itself there's a lot of negative things that are coming out and they're gonna repeat. The armors are great, the weapons are fantastic, the ability of upgrade your character only in this specific zone, I also like it. I do not mind it at all. What I can complain about, or rather criticize more about this, is like when you look at the map, the first map is actually pretty neat. It's very well done. But for example, certain areas are just empty as hell. Like you drive, you go on the torrent, you go through the areas that are just basically dead. Very, very dead. And maybe when it comes to something that I could criticize when it comes to enemies, like I said, the fly people are awful. The big heavy enemies with the curved swords, they have infinite combos. They never stop. They're just being absolutely freaking annoying. Then at the end game, you get the guys that are either ice, thunder, or wind. They have those abilities of the beast. And the AoEs of those things are horribly ginormous. Absolutely not, like, thought out correctly, in my opinion. And let's not forget, I think the biggest trait I have, the biggest ridiculousness that I think, is the giant furnaces. You have this giant furnace that is not even a boss fight. He gives you a cracked tier pretty much a majority of the time. You have to go for their legs and like figure out avoiding their attacks. They are just not. That's a lot of times if you're not in good position, you cannot dodge because you simply don't see them. You have to follow your ears, the sound cues. The attacks on the long range, they're absolutely ridiculous. Like there are two attacks that they use in the long range. One in which they are rotating around and they're spewing a bunch of fire. But you would think that the rain of fire would simply land down and would not target. No. Those balls of fire are targeting you constantly. And you have to get there on a horse. Which, by the way, upgrading the horse in this DLC is horseshit. Quite literal horseshit. It's useless. No matter how many of the... what is the name of that thing? I even have the bonfire over here. I was gonna call this bonfire. No matter how many revered spirit ashes I'm gonna put into into the torrent, it doesn't matter. Torrent's still gonna get one-shotted. He's still gonna get scared and disappear after taking too much damage. There's no point of upgrading Torrent in this DLC at all, in comparison to Erdtree upgrades, which are actually providing some kind of difference, not just in damage, but also in your defense. So... yeah, the furnaces. The first attack, like I said, he turns around, he spews the fire, but you think that it's a rain. It's not a rain, it's a homing attack. And if you're gonna get hit, you're gonna get hit. It drains HP like it's nobody's business. It's really difficult. The other attack that he does, that I've noticed in a different area, is like this whirlwind of fire that he launches directly at you. Which, honestly, the area that you see that attack is good enough that you can dodge it, so I don't really have that much of a complaint. The double legs jump attack is kind of weird, and the way that you fight them is that they have incredible amount of HP, and normal giant furnace doesn't have protection on his legs, so you have to go for the legs. You have to constantly attack, you have to constantly dodge until they're gonna fall down. Then the mass that they have in the middle, it's their weak spot, you attack it. The thing is, the game gives you a mechanic. Now listen here. The game gives you actually a mechanics to deal with them. You basically need to craft... hold on, let me... item crafting from the pots. Yeah, you need to craft the hefty furnace pots to use against them. And those furnace pots, they have to be thrown into the interior parts of the ginormous golem. To do that, you have to get on the high ground, right? You would think there's plenty of high ground, right? Yeah, I mean, there should not be a problem with that. You would think there's not gonna be any problem with that. If I recall correctly, it's either here... yeah. One of the furnaces is right here. Majority of giant furnaces are on flatlands like this. The only times you only get to kill the ginormous furnace with the intended strategy, with the intended item, twice throughout the entire DLC. Not like all the time, only twice. And even something better, like after you fight for like 5-10 minutes of just going for the legs, just mauling the legs over and over again, when they finally fall down, you think, hey, I can use the furnaces to throw at them when they're lying down. They're gonna take the damage, right? they don't take the damage if they are lying down on the ground, and you throw the furnace into the middle part. Horrible design. Absolutely dreadful. It's an enemy that's basically got created only to elongate the DLC. That's what I believe it is. Absolutely frustrating. I hate it. I hate that enemy. It should be... Not only I believe that these guys should be considered as a boss fight, they also should give you a little bit more runes. And I think they should have either less HP or less resistances to a specific amount of damage. That would be, in my opinion, a little bit more optimized, a little bit more just balanced, and it would still provide you a challenge, because you still have to learn when to jump, when to avoid, which jumps when to perform, which limb to attack. You still have to learn that, but just the fight just goes on and on and on. It's just not great. The fly people, like I said, the problem with the fly people is not that they have like large AP. The problem is with them is that they have this grab attack that you cannot roll out of after a certain time. Like, example, if you're gonna get grabbed by an enemy or something's gonna happen to you, you can kind of still roll out of the attack like earlier. With the fly people, you cannot do that. You basically have to wait until the animation for you to end up puking out whatever you got ingested is gonna finish. But by the time the animation is going on, they already perform a second grab attack. There were like definitely a few times when I died to that. It was absolutely annoying because I could do nothing to defend myself from this. It was just not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. But yeah, so how about we gonna do, because I already said optimization is dog shit, that should be like fixed pretty much immediately. The console Radam boss fight is horribly optimized. Like if my FPS just drops to 30 and even 22 and I cannot see anything, I cannot do anything, I'm not wasting my time on that boss fight. Final boss fight of the game that should be great is an absolute disappointment, mainly due to optimization and some of the hitboxes on the stage 1. Like I rather skip that fight. I honestly just rather skip that fight and just have it done. But anyway, now when it comes to the boss fights, what do we have? Black Gale Knight. That's the one from the like mausoleum stuff, I think. Yeah, the mausoleums. Mausoleum is actually shortened to the point that give it like a little bit of a taste of what could PvP be, and I honestly do not really mind that. Because it's a little oh my god, the game have minimized itself. Hold on. I don't really mind it, like, at all. Those are cool things. It's a very nice and fun way to get new equipment, to get new weapons, to learn a couple new things. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'll buy that for $1, you know? Chief Blood Fiend, it's basically a basic enemy that becomes a boss fight and has a little bit different attack, so I don't know. Demi-human, we fought plenty of demi-humans in the vanilla game. Divine Beast Dancing Lion. I have a hard time to really define this enemy, mainly because he has so many moving elements. My brain simply cannot focus. Like, I had that complaint way before when I encountered him for the first time. I simply could not see him. I could not focus. I could not really figure out what I need to focus upon. Like, I only know that he has stages in which switches between wind, lightning, and ice, and don't you dare attack him on lightning, because that's basically something that he needs to vent. You let him vent, he switches to ice, you attack him during the ice, dodge the attacks. It's basically, you know, the thing. But I cannot really have a good opinion about this boss fight because I could barely see him. Ghost Flame Dragon, there's like several Ghost Flame Dragons. They're pretty much basic dragon fight. You go behind, you aim for the legs, you dodge a certain attack, that's it. Relana the Twin Moon Knight, very good boss fight. Because I thought, okay, so basically the deal is, when it comes to Relana, because I've noticed that to progress with a certain quests, right? To progress with a certain quest, you have to summon certain NPCs at a certain time so their quest actually progresses, like it was in Horsend. And I summoned the Needle Leather for that boss fight. And I honestly, if I knew that summoning Leda is not necessary to complete that boss fight, I would love to learn that boss fight by myself on my own, because it is legitimately, in my honest opinion, if not one of the best telegraph boss fights in this DLC. It might be even the best boss fight in the DLC. I really enjoy it. It's really nice, and I wish I could do it alone. Maybe one day I will. I'm not really sure. Red Bear is a Red Bear. Red Bear is very aggressive if you stay in front of him, but if you go behind and on the sides and you just dodge specific attacks when he just replicates the Godfrey with the earth shaking, then you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Black Knights are good. Black Knights are alright. They basically just regular NPCs with buff health, so not really much to say about that. Count Ymir, the Mother of the Finger, I don't know why he's considered as a boss fight. I'm gonna be quite fair and honest. I have no idea why this guy is being considered as a boss fight. He is such an easy guy to defeat. Like, you can just use like one stance and one attack and he's just done. He's that easy. Besides that, Cursebay Labyrinth, I don't even remember what that is. Cursebay Labyrinth. Let me open that in the next tab. Oh, it's I'm called them Jumpy Boys or Agility Boys. They're all right. They're okay. They're weak, but they have fast moves. They move quite everywhere, but they don't really have a lot of HP, so they are good. Death Knights were fun. Death Knights are fun because they're super fast. And if there's the only like thing that scared the living shit out of me is when they grab you with one of the attacks and they drain your health. That is scary, but besides that, they are pretty good. They are pretty alright. Dryleaf Dane, we actually fought all of the NPCs pretty much by the end of the game in that arena. Boy, is that a gank. Boy, is that a gang. And something tells me that to basically avoid being ganked over there, I basically need to do something different with the quest. Because it seems that when it comes to the quest line, the only thing that I did correctly was basically doing everything with Einsbach, and that's it. Because besides that, everybody else just simply tried to attack me regardless. That's Golden Hippopotamus. He becomes a regular enemy. But he's alright. I heard about that boss fight being an absolute pain in the dick with his initial grab attack, which now when I experience it, it was perfectly avoidable. It was perfectly fine. But I have heard that there was a lot of trouble when it comes to basically the avoidance of the attacks, the initial rush. Golden Hippopotamus. Mesmer. Mesmer actually I did him alone. I don't regret doing him alone. He is tough. He's difficult. He's very agile. His dodges needs to be pretty much timed, but he's a good boss fight. He's definitely a good way to like teach you that just watch the weapon of the enemy, and that's gonna help you to figure out when he's gonna attack, when you have to dodge. I don't really have any complaints about Mesmer. Mesmer is alright in my books. He's alright. He's a good boss fight. Meteor was weird. Meteor was weird. Meteor was not really difficult because I defeat her with the Crucible Hammer and its Ash of War. With its skill, it's an alright boss fight. I think I defeated it after 2 hours, so I can't really have anything about it. Rakshasa, it's kind of annoying. Rakshasa was annoying because it basically was just jumping attacks and skills and long range. It was just kind of annoying, but managed to beat him. Jory Inquisitor, I did not manage to find her armor. I wish I could. Ralva, the Great Red Bear, fought him. It's another Red Bear. 3 Sentinels, we beat them in the main game. Rugula, the Great Red Bear, also that's another bear, isn't it? Yeah, that's another red bear. Same strategy. Go behind him, attack him, jump during the earthquake attack, and that's it. Dancer of Rana. Actually, I think the Dancer of Rana is a reference to the song Lady in Red. I really think that it's a reference to Lady in Red. I cannot just erase it from my head. I really believe that's a reference to the Lady in Red. I don't count demi-humans because we have found in the main game. Putrescent Knight is odd. His attacks are definitely dodgeable. I think I defeated him on my 3rd try. I even summoned Lothier for that because I thought, yeah, if I can summon Lothier, that means that there's a reason to summon him, to help him. So I summoned him. He is pretty much weak to fire and weak to... I think I defeated him with the Great Katana. He's weak to slash and he's weak to fire. A lot of enemies in this game are actually weak to fire and weak to holy damage, surprisingly enough. Who's next on the list over here? Death Right Bird. The more you encounter Death Right Birds, the more annoying they are. Lamenter is actually, I think it's a reference to what's his name? Pinhead. Pinwheel? I think it's Pinwheel. I think it's a reference to that because he does pretty much the same thing. I almost managed to kill him during the first phase. He had like very little HP, but yeah. Lamender, nice reference to Dark Souls 1, I guess. Tibia Mariner, that's a main game enemy, I don't care. Ancient Dragon Man, I had a little bit of a problem with that guy because he managed to erase 1900 HP that I have on my character with a single attack. And I encountered him relatively early into the playthrough. Ancient Dragon Sensex can suck a dick. This is pretty much the worst boss fight in the entire DLC. It took me over 3 hours to beat him, and there was 3 hours of torture. I don't mind him slapping the attacks and like launching additional lightning into the ground. I don't really mind that. It's okay. It's fine. That you have to basically dodge for the second time, like a second late. I don't mind that. But the hitboxes are just dreadful. Absolutely horrible. You have to go for his head. But there's like very little opening for you to like actually catch him with the piercing weapon, so you can smash his head in. There's very little time, very small openings to actually complete that, to do it. And then I even had a video in which I think I went through a like full mental breakdown because of that boss fight. I had a full shield with the maximum electric resistance. I had that shield pulled up. The attacks that he was doing, he was in front of his face. I was underneath him. I was behind him, behind his head, outside of the range of the attacks. And somehow, with the raised shield, I still got hit. His smacks sometimes just went through the shield, ignored everything that I was doing, and I got still smacked. It was horrible. It was dreadful. It is possibly the worst boss fight in the entire DLC. I don't really mind arenas, because if there's one thing that could be said about this DLC when it comes to arenas, every arena is good. There's enough space, there's enough maneuverability. If you're gonna get yourself pinned into the corner, it's pretty much your fault. You cannot complain about the arenas for the boss fights for this game, because they are good. Really good. Oh yeah, one thing about the Death Right Bird. He also has summons. The annoying birds, the annoying graveyard birds, which are also annoying because you think if you smack them from above or smack them like horizontally, you're gonna hit them and that's it. A lot of times it doesn't work. Like, they don't react to it. The game just does not detect the hit. Horribly just designed. But yeah, Senesax made me say he was that bad. He made me say that I'm never gonna play From Software games anymore, which is not true. I'm going to be playing From Software games. I'm not sure about this DLC though. I'm not the biggest fan of this DLC in the end because of the certain enemies, and due to certain emptiness of certain areas that just makes no sense. Bale the Dread is probably the best dragon fight and probably number 2 when it comes to the boss fights in the game. Well optimized, beautifully choreographed. Like, everything about that boss fight is just amazing. It's great. I really like it. You can actually also find a strategy for him. What I did is I basically, when he strikes you from above, I basically rolled in, and I basically was underneath him, like underneath his face, which allowed me to just peck him while he was still trying to attack left and right and perform certain attacks, and he couldn't reach me. So there is a strategy for that. When there's strategy, there's when there's a way to find strategy, there's fun. And also, let's not forget about Igon. Igon be bygone. He's probably he's probably the best character in this game. Like, I really like this guy. I really enjoy the Igon. Jack Big Drake, it's whatever. Midra Lord of Frenzy Frame. Like, Midra Lord of Frenzy Frame is not a bad boss fight, but he has something weird about him. Like, sure, you have to prepare a lot of robustness. It's your robustness of focus, so we don't know it's focused. So we don't go with madness, because if you're gonna get in madness proc on your character, that's it. You're kind of done. You're dead. Basically, what I think about Midra, that the only problem that he has is his weird hitboxes. There's a little bit too much hitbox at the front, but if you roll towards him, you can basically just stand in front of him and attack him as if it's nobody's business. He has some weird hitboxes, honestly. And besides that, it's a good boss fight, telegraphable, attacks are dodgeable. You can defeat him, not a big problem. I like the remembrances, the rewards. They are pretty good. Majority of the remembrances rewards that I have gained from this entire DLC, I could convert them into weapons that were actually useful, which is just pretty amazing. Falling Star Beast, that's a main game enemy. Scattertree Avatar, I actually really like Scattertree Avatar. The only thing that I found wrong about the Scattertree Avatar was that he basically was three different NPCs with 3 different attacks. You know, instead of implementing a 3-stage boss fight, what they did is basically you kill one NPC, second one spawns up with different attacks. You kill the second one, spawns the third one. I don't know. I don't really think I like the presentation of the boss fight, the way that they handle it. But the boss fight himself is good. The attacks are perfectly telegraphable. You can learn them really fast, because the majority of the times when you fight him, you can actually hear him when he's gonna attack. So you know exactly when to dodge. There's absolutely no excuse to not dodge the attacks of him. Commander Gaius is lame. Probably second worst boss fight of this DLC. The hitboxes on when he charges with his boar are stupid. You can dodge the boar attack and you're still gonna get hit with it. Sometimes. It's a type of a boss fight, that arena that he is in, and the motive of the boss fight tells you jump on the torrent and fight him on the torrent. It's exactly that. But you cannot fight him on the torrent when the torrent pretty much dies on one hit from his attacks. It's basically a type of a boss fight that horrendously misses the marks, and with the horrible hitboxes, and it's just awful. It's just pure awfulness. The other thing that I have noticed about him that is actually for the benefit of Gaius is that he utilizes every single direction that he has to attack you: front, left, right, and back. Because normally when you play like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, whatever game, the backs of the enemies are one of the most vulnerable places where you can attack the enemy in the game, period. And that changes that. That brings something new, but the rest of the boss fight sucks. So there's no enjoyment, no happiness from that, you know? Tree Sentinel, that's an enemy, so whatever. Divine Beast Dancing Lion. Yeah, that's the second Divine Beast Dancing Lion. It's the one that, instead of having lightning, he uses Curse. and he summons minions. So, you know, on top of the fact that me personally, I cannot see this boss fight good, if even at all. You also have minions that throw curse clouds and you don't know what to do. And when you focus on the minions, the big guy just absolutely rump stomps you. He doesn't give you a break. So it's not really a well-designed boss fight when you have minions around and you're basically forced to use your own minions as well. I did not enjoy that at all, basically. Romina Saint of the Bud is actually fun. I summoned the dude for it. I forgot his name. The guy with the hat that only uses fist attacks. I actually kind of regret that I have summoned him at this point, because I think it's a boss fight that can be definitely soloed. Like, you can do that boss fight at any time, any place, no problem. It just requires a little bit of practice, but it's not an unlearnable fight. But you have to put in mind that Romina is using Scarlet Rot, so you need to put stat responsible for Scarlet Rot resistance to basically, you know, to be able to fight this boss fight without that many problems, because Scarlet Rot sucks. It's awful. Leda and allies, it's a gank. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that fight. That fight kinda, because it's a gank. And all the NPCs are just stupendously broken. Horsent has a spell that basically erases 1900 points of your HP, no problems, no questions asked. If all the things are gonna touch you, which they can, it's like a Dark Skull spell, whatever that is. And if that touches you, you're basically done. You're dead. Dane basically constantly charges you, and he heals others. Then you also have the guy with the big armor. He started with a T. I forgot his name. Don't I like him? I named him friend. What the problem that he has, the only problem that I consider to be more annoyance than anything else, he throws Scarlet Rot at you. He throws a ginormous hefty pots of Scarlet Rot at you, and they proc immediately. At certain points, I would say that, again, hitboxes, you can dodge the thing, but the pot is still gonna proc, so there's like, you feel like there's absolutely no point in going for it, you know? There's absolutely no point. And then you have the Promised Consul Radan. Like I said, I cannot have a good opinion about the boss fight that I essentially had to skip because of it just not performing good, performing like 20 FPS in a lot of situations, dropping frames like crazy. No thank you. I think I'm gonna keep my PC going for like another year or two without that boss fight. I basically skipped it. But yeah, besides that, what can I say about the about this DLC? Less is more would be better, and basically just less bullshit, because this DLC is not necessarily super hard, but there are things about this DLC that can boil your blood to incredible levels. They definitely can, and it's basically a difficulty based on more on difficulty rather than on difficulty while also being challenging at the same time. It gives you a feeling that the people who are doing the DLC either did not care, they either didn't have enough time, or they basically said difficulty because difficulty and not difficulty because challenge. And of course the horrible hitboxes. Did I regret paying $40 for this DLC? Hell no, I don't. It's for that price you get Dark Souls 3. This game, this entire DLC is of the size of Dark Souls 3. I don't regret paying $40, but this DLC has some severe issues, especially with optimization, that in my opinion can be and should be rectified. And hopefully maybe in the patch or two, maybe they're gonna do something, hopefully, because it's basically my biggest disappointment is the end of this DLC. It's just, it sucks. The ending sucks for this DLC. that I couldn't fight it on my own, because basic optimization of this game steals the final fight, the final battle, the final satisfaction from this DLC for me. There's not much else to say. There's really not much else to say. Yeah, ladies and gents, that's all from me for today. This DLC definitely sucked a lot of nerves, a lot of emotions out of me. But then again, I will also admit I was going through a little bit of a tough time. I was not feeling good mentally. I still don't really feel that great mentally, but it is what it is. I'm pushing through. I would say that today I'm feeling basically better. I'm happy that I finished this DLC so I can move to a different games. Most likely gonna be Cyberpunk next. We're gonna see. So ladies and gentlemen, people of YouTube, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, as well as you guys have enjoyed the entire playthrough. Links to everything in the description below, pinned comments. People of Twitch, just stay with me for a little bit, because I think I'm gonna raid somebody. So yeah, let's see if we get to it.